Hey garden lovers, are you pouring your time, money, and heart into your garden, only to watch your plants stall out like sleepy guests at a garden party? It's frustrating when others have those vibrant, show-stopping gardens, and you're left wondering what their secret is. You've followed the rules, bought the fancy soil, watered like it's your job, but still, something's missing. What if I told you the real difference between a garden that just survives and one that thrives isn't about spending more, it's about gardening smarter? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain on 15 game-changing gardening hacks that the pros swear by. These tips will save you money, slash your workload, and have your neighbors peeking over the fence saying, "What on earth are you doing out there?" So grab your gloves, hit that subscribe button, and tap like if you're ready to level up your gardening game. And hey, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We love hearing from green thumbs all around the world, ready to turn soil into magic. Let's jump right in with hack number 1, and trust me, you'll wish you'd known this years ago. Hack number 1, DIY potting soil. First up, the very foundation of your garden, the soil. Walking into a garden center is a trip, right? You're hit with a wall of brightly colored bags, all screaming promises of miracle results for a premium price. The cost of that potting soil, especially if you have a bunch of containers or raised beds, adds up shockingly fast. It's one of the biggest hidden costs for gardeners. This brings us to hack number 1, make your own potting soil. This isn't just about saving a huge amount of money, it's about giving your plants a custom blended, 5-star meal. Store-bought mixes are a one-size-fits-all solution, but your plants are unique. By creating your own, you become the master of your garden's destiny. The basic recipe is so simple it's almost criminal. It's the classic 3-part mix: 1 part compost for rich nutrients, 1 part peat moss or cocoa coir to hold moisture like a sponge, and 1 part vermiculite or perlite for drainage, so your roots can breathe. That's it. You can use your own homemade compost, or buy a bag of the bag stuff. It's still way cheaper than a potting mix. Peat moss is a classic, but if you want a super sustainable option, cocoa coir is a fantastic alternative made from coconut husk. And perlite or vermiculite are like tiny volcanic rocks that create air pockets, preventing your soil from turning into a brick. For beginners, this is totally empowering. You learn exactly what your soil is made of. For you seasoned pros, you can now play soil scientist, growing cacti, add extra perlite and sand for sharp drainage. Planting blueberries, mix in some pine bark fines. You're no longer just a gardener, you're a soil chef, cooking up the perfect recipe for roots that sing. Hack number 2, borrow or share tools. Gardening comes with a whole collection of cool but expensive equipment. Tillers, aerators, post-hole diggers. The wish list is a mile long. If you're just starting, the pressure to own it all is real. And if you're a veteran gardener, your shed is probably overflowing with tools you use exactly once a year. This leads us to the life-changing hack number 2, borrow or share your tools. This might sound too simple, but in a world that tells us to own everything, sharing is a revolutionary. Let's be real. You probably don't need to own a heavy-duty rototiller that you use for 2 hours every spring. Your most powerful resource? Your neighborhood. Chat with your neighbor. You might find that Bob next door has the exact aerator you need and would happily lend it to you for a few of your future prize-winning tomatoes. This builds a sense of community that feels just as good as a bountiful harvest. And for those who are a bit more introverted, look for local tool lending libraries. These are popping up everywhere. For a tiny annual fee, you get access to a massive inventory of tools without worrying about storage or maintenance. It's literally a library for power tools. This removes a huge financial barrier for beginners and helps experienced gardeners declutter. It's a shift from individual consumption to collective sustainability, which is a beautiful thing. A layer of mulch is non-negotiable for a healthy garden. It smothers weeds, locks in precious moisture, keeps soil temperatures stable, and breaks down into valuable organic matter. But just like soil, buying bag after bag of the stuff can drain your bank account. So here is hack number 3. Tap into the world of free mulch. Nature and your community are overflowing with free materials that work even better than the stuff you buy in plastic. One of the best free mulches is fall leaves. Instead of bagging them for the curb, run them over with your lawnmower. These shredded leaves are gardener's gold for vegetable beds. They break down beautifully, feeding your soil and all the happy microbes within it. Another fantastic source is grass clipping. As long as your lawn is herbicide-free, Grass clippings are a nitrogen-rich treat. Just apply them in thin layers so they don't get slimy. You can even ask your neighbors for theirs. Most will be thrilled to have you haul them away. But for the ultimate score, get free wood chips. Contact local tree trimming services. Arborists often have to pay to get rid of wood chips, so they are usually delighted to drop a whole truckload on your driveway for free. A service called Chip Drop even connects you with local arborists for this exact purpose. This is a total game changer for big projects. It's a win-win-win. Enter hack number 4. The DIY drip irrigation. Water is life, but let's be honest, watering can be a drag. Sprinklers waste a ton of water to evaporation, and hand watering can be time-consuming and often doesn't get deep enough. Take a small nail and poke several small holes in the bottom and a few along the sides. You want a slow seep, not a gush. Now when you're planting a thirsty crop like a tomato or squash, just bury the bottle next to it, leaving the top couple of inches sticking out of the soil. When it's time to water, you don't spray the plant, you just fill the bottle. The water will slowly seep out over several hours, giving the roots a deep, satisfying drink. This encourages roots to grow down, making your plants more resilient. Plus it keeps the leaves dry, which helps prevent nasty fungal diseases. It's a small change that has a massive impact. Hack number 5. Suppress weeds with cardboard. Weeding. The never-ending story of the garden. No matter how much you pull, they just come back. Chemical sprays are out for many of us who want an organic, wildlife-friendly space. The war on weeds can be exhausting. This is where you bring in the ultimate secret weapon for hack number 5, the cardboard smother. This technique, called sheet mulching, is a miracle for obliterating weeds and building incredible soil at the same time. And the best part, it uses something you probably have right now. Grab some large pieces of plain cardboard and remove any plastic tape. Lay it directly on top of the grass or weeds you want to eliminate. The cardboard acts as a light-blocking shield, preventing weed seeds from sprouting and starving the existing weeds of the sunlight they need to live. They just vanish. To make it look tidy and to supercharge the process, cover the cardboard with a thick layer of that free mulch we just talked about, wood chips or shredded leaves. Over time the cardboard will soften and decompose, attracting earthworms who are nature's best soil builder. For beginners, this is the easiest way to start a new garden bed without backbreaking digging. For pros, it's a time-saving marvel. Hack number 6. Start with easy crops. The dream of a huge harvest can quickly become a nightmare if you start with the wrong plant. A few early failures can be so discouraging that you want to hang up your trowel for good. That's why hack number 6 is to stack the deck for success with easy crops. Confidence is everything, and the best way to build it is to guarantee some early wins. The thrill of harvesting something you grew from a tiny seed is what gets you hooked for life. So what are these easy win plants? Think vigorous and forgiving. Radishes are fantastic. They go from seed to salad in as little as 3 weeks for almost instant gratification. Loose leaf lettuce is another star. Just keep snipping the outer leaves and it will produce for ages. Zucchini is famously productive. One plant can feed a small army. Bush beans are also incredibly easy and don't need any fancy structure. For herbs, you practically can't kill mint and basil, and they grow beautifully in pots. For a beginner, the key is to start with things that can be direct sown right into the garden. For trickier plants like tomatoes, buy small starter plants from a nursery to skip the delicate seedling stage. This ensures a steady harvest and leaves you room to experiment. Hack number 7. Repel pests naturally. There's nothing more gut-wrenching than seeing your beautiful plants become a buffet for bugs. Your first instinct might be to grab a chemical spray, but that can harm the good guys like bees and ladybugs. Let's turn to hack number 7. Turn your garden into a no-fly zone for pests, naturally. Your kitchen and garden are already full of powerful pest deterrents. One of the most famous is the marigold. Planting marigolds isn't just for looks. Their unique scent is deeply offensive to pests like nematodes and whiteflies. They create a protective, aromatic force field around your precious veggies. And don't toss your citrus peel. The strong scent of lemon or orange peels is hated by soft-bodied bugs like slugs and aphids. Scatter them around your plants. Herbs are also powerful allies. The strong aromas of rosemary, mint and lavender confuse pests looking for a meal. Planting these among your vegetables is called companion planting, and it creates a resilient, biodiverse garden. It's all about creating a layered defense system that works with nature. Hack number 8. Understand your planting zone. Have you ever bought a gorgeous plant, babied it, only to have it die over the winter? That heartbreaking experience is usually because of one simple misunderstood concept. This brings us to hack number 8. The golden rule of gardening. Know and respect your planting zone. This isn't a suggestion. It's the secret decoder ring that tells you what will actually survive where you live. The USDA Plant Hardiness Zone Map divides North America into zones based on the coldest winter temperatures. When you buy a perennial plant, the tag will say which zones it's hardy to. If you live in Zone 5, a plant that's only hardy to Zone 7 doesn't stand a chance against your winter. Finding your zone is incredibly easy. Just type your zip code into a search engine. Knowing this number prevents wasted money and heartbreak. For beginners, it provides a clear framework for what to buy. For experienced gardeners, it lets you zone push by finding warm microclimates in your yard, like against a sunny brick wall, to grow something a little more adventurous. It all starts with that one simple number. Hack number 9. Grow in containers. Not everyone has a sprawling backyard. Many of us just have a small patio, a balcony, or a sunny windowsill. But that absolutely does not mean you can't have an amazing garden. Which leads us to hack number 9. Embrace the power of container gardening. Growing in pots is an incredibly versatile and rewarding way to garden, no matter your space. The beauty of container gardening is control. You control the soil, you control the water, you control the location. This is perfect for beginners because it eliminates tricky variables like poor native soil. You would be shocked at what you can grow in a pot. Herbs thrive in containers. In fact, aggressive herbs like mint should be in a pot to keep them contained. Salad greens are perfect for window boxes, but don't stop there. Look for bush or patio varieties of tomatoes and cucumbers. You can even grow carrots in deep pots. For seasoned gardeners, containers let you grow things that wouldn't normally survive in your yard's soil. It's a way to create a garden exactly where you want it, from a single pot of basil to a full-blown vegetable farm on your deck. Hack number 10. Attract pollinators. You can have the healthiest plants on the block, but if you're growing things like squash or cucumbers, you won't get any fruit without one critical thing: pollination. So hack number 10 is to roll out the red carpet for your VIPs, very important pollinators. Think of it as inviting bees, butterflies, and other beneficial insects to a party in your garden. Without them, your harvest will be a sad shadow of what it could be. How do you do it? Simple. Plant more flowers. Weaving flowers into your vegetable patch is the most effective way to draw them in. Pollinators especially love flowers in shades of blue, purple, white, and yellow. Plant annuals like zinnias and cosmos, which are pollinator magnets. Perennials like coneflowers and bee balm will come back year after year. And don't forget your herbs. Letting some of your basil, dill, and thyme go to flower will create a literal buzz of activity. This makes your garden a more vibrant living space and ensures a bumper crop. Hack number 11. Don't overwater. Of all the ways to kill a plant, the most common is with kindness. We love our plants, so we water them. Then we give them a little more. This is the number one mistake new gardeners make. Hack number 11 is a mantra to live by. When in doubt, don't water. Overwatering is far more dangerous than underwatering. Here's why. Roots need to breathe oxygen from air pockets in the soil. When you overwater, you fill those pockets and effectively drown the root. They start to rot, turning into a brown mush. The plant then wilts, looking thirsty even though it's sitting in a puddle. So how do you know when to water? Use the most reliable moisture meter on the planet, your finger. Stick it about 2 inches into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If you feel any moisture at all, hold off. Learning this discipline teaches you to respond to your plant's actual needs, not just a schedule. It's the key to mastering the art of watering. Hack number 12. Start a compost pile. Every year, gardeners spend a fortune on fertilizer. At the same time, we throw away tons of valuable organic material from our kitchens and yards. That's why hack number 12 is to start a compost pile and turn your trash into black gold. Composting is the ultimate act of recycling, turning garbage into a nutrient-packed superfood for your garden. You don't need a fancy bin. A simple pile in a corner of your yard works just fine. The secret is a balanced mix of greens and brown. Greens are nitrogen-rich things like kitchen scraps, coffee grounds, and fresh grass clippings. Browns are carbon-rich things like dried leaves, shredded cardboard, and twigs. Aim for about 2 parts brown for every 1 part green. Layer them up, keep the pile as damp as a wrung-out sponge, and turn it occasionally. Over time, garden magic happens. Microbes break it all down into a dark, crumbly, sweet-smelling substance that will make your plants happier than you've ever seen them. It's a source of endless free fertilizer that builds soil structure in a way synthetic chemicals never could. Hack number 13. Label your plants creatively. You've just planted your garden, and it looks perfect. Then a few weeks later everything sprouts, and you have that moment of panic. You have no idea what is what. Is that a weed or a carrot? Is this the hot pepper or the sweet one? But please, forget those flimsy white plastic stakes that snap in a week. Get creative and make your own durable, charming plant markers. One beautiful DIY method is to use painted stones. Find smooth, flat rocks, wash them and use acrylic paint to write the plant's name. A coat of clear sealer makes them weatherproof, and they look gorgeous. Another great idea is to use twigs. Whittle a flat surface and write with a permanent marker. Old wooden spoons from a thrift store also make fantastic markers. For the wine lover, save your cork. Write on the side of a cork and pop it on a bamboo skewer. This fun, crafty project adds personality to your patch and is essential for keeping track of everything you've planted. Hack number 14. Use household items creatively. You don't need a shed full of single-use gadgets to be a great gardener. Your house is already full of items that can be repurposed into incredible gardening tools. Hack number 14 is about unleashing your inner MacGyver. Use household items creatively. Instead of buying plastic seed trays, use cardboard egg cartons or toilet paper roll. They're perfect for starting seeds, and because they're biodegradable, you can plant the whole thing right in the ground, which means no transplant shock for your seedlings. Need to sow tiny carrot seeds evenly? Clean out an old salt shaker and fill it with seed. You can gently shake them out in a perfect line. When a surprise frost is coming, cut the bottom off a milk jug and place it over a tender seedling. It creates a mini greenhouse, or a cloche to trap warmth. Just remember to take it off in the morning. Used coffee grounds, crushed eggshells. The possibilities are endless. This hack encourages a mindset of ingenuity that is priceless for every gardener. Hack number 15. Plan for the seasons. A truly great garden doesn't just happen by accident. It's the result of playing the long game. Many beginners only focus on summer, but a 4-season approach is what separates a good gardener from a great one. Our final tip, hack number 15, is to engage in seasonal planning and crop rotation. This sounds advanced, but the basics will dramatically boost your garden's health. First, think beyond summer. Cool weather crops like spinach, peas and kale can be planted in early spring. This is called succession planting. As one crop finishes, another takes its place. When your lettuce gives up in the summer heat, pull it out and plant some bush beans in that spot. The second part is crop rotation. This just means not planting the same type of vegetable in the exact same spot year after year. Different plants take different nutrients and are prone to different diseases. Tomatoes, for instance, are heavy feeders. If you plant them in the same bed every year, you'll deplete the soil and invite diseases to move in permanently. A simple rotation plan keeps your soil healthy and the pests guessing. It's the cornerstone of sustainable long-term garden management. And there you have it, 15 game-changing gardening hacks that will save you time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. From making your own soil to planning your garden like a pro, these tips are designed to empower you, whether you're planting your first seed or you've been doing this for decades. The secret to a beautiful garden isn't a secret at all. It's about working with nature, being resourceful, and building your knowledge one season at a time. Which hack blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments below. I love learning from this amazing community. And hey, if you love turning your backyard into a masterpiece, hit that subscribe button and grow with us. Thank you so much for watching, and happy gardening.